Well, hello, good afternoon everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. And today I got an interesting video for you. Today I want to talk about a knife that I found. I was at Walmart the other day and I was looking through the sporting goods. I always look through that section. And I went over by the fishing, where the fishing lures and line and bait and all that is. And in my Walmart, that's also where the headlamps are and the lights and flashlights. But they have some knives over there, some fillet knives, you know, there's some skinning knives and stuff for fish, and I found this. Now, there was a little zip tie on it. I'll try to cut some footage in when I bought this, but this is what I found. Pretty crazy. When you look at that, here's a closer look at the sticker. Doesn't that reminisce a Mora? I mean, to me it looks very similar, like Walmart's trying to get on the Mora page. Now, Mora's run about 12-13 bucks, and for this knife with the sheath I paid $2 and some change, under $3. And of course I couldn't see the blade, what the blade looked like, because they had it zip tied on, but it looks like this sheath is fairly good plastic. I mean, there's a drain hole in the bottom, and the rubber on the handle of the knife, it fits really good to the hand. It feels good. I don't know if this knife is going to hold up very well or not, but I thought I'd pick one up and show you. Now, if you look at the blade and how the blade is oriented with the actual handle, it looks like the blade's a little bit low. Look at that. This rubber handle feels very good in the hand. It feels very much like a Mora. If you look at the Mora, and then you look at this one, you can see how the blade sits too low in the handle. I don't know if that's going to be an issue or not. I'm going to take this thing out and test it. But I thought, you know, for $3, if you're on a budget and you want something that you can beat up, you know, this might be an option for you. So in this video, I'm going to run this thing through some testing and see if it holds up. The spine of the knife is fairly sharp, so I'm thinking that it'll throw sparks right out of the package. And if you look at the sheath, you take the Mora fits right in that sheath. It doesn't click in, but it does fit. It fits pretty good. You know, you got the little thumb ramp, just like on the Mora sheath. The rubber of the knife, you know, it fits real tight in there, so it just kind of grabs. And then of course, if you take this knife and put it in the Mora sheath, it clicks right in. It's a tight fit. You can hear that nice click that the Mora has. So I thought, you know, if you were in a market, maybe you lost your Mora sheath or something, you had a Mora companion and you needed a new sheath. Of course, this could be a cheap, inexpensive way of getting a new sheath. If the knife ain't no good, I don't know yet. You can also look at this other Mora. This is the 511 Basic. Okay, so this new knife also fits in the basic sheath, but it's a little bit loose. It doesn't stay tight in there. It'll fall out. Okay, but the companion sheath, it stays in there. It's a nice tight fit. Now, if you compare this to the 511 Basic, you know, the 511's a lot more beefy. We know what kind of steel it is. It says right on the blade that this is a carbon steel blade here. This one, we have no idea. I don't know if it's stainless. I don't know if it's carbon. I have no clue. But for $3, I don't know, I thought it was worth the shot. It has the same thickness of blade as the Mora. You know, it's almost the same length. The profile, of course, you know, like I mentioned, the blade is really dropped in there. The handle feels fabulous. It's got a good soft rubber, and it has some traction to it, and it's fairly sharp. It's a fairly sharp knife, nothing like a Mora sharp, but it's got a fairly decent edge on it, and yeah, I thought I'd pick one up. Okay, so I have a little 2x2 piece of wood here. I'm going to take this knife, and got another little block of wood here. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to baton through and see what this blade, I have no idea how strong this blade is and how deep it goes into the grip. I'm guessing that it's like a quarter tang or something, and I'm going to be hitting right on the tip here of the blade, and I'm going to be hitting it pretty good. I'm going to try to stay out of the concrete though, so let's go ahead and hit it like I mean it, like I would on a Mora. So far so good. So I'm able to baton through that fairly well, no problems. So I made pretty good work of that. Let's take, so I got that all down. Let's check the sharpness of the blade. A little knot right there, but I ended up going through it. And I don't think it's going to be like a feather stick king or anything, but it's definitely doing what it needs to do. Let's take a larger piece of wood like this 2x4. Looks like it had some liquid nails on it, so I'm going to put the length of the blade. I don't know. Let me chop this off just a little bit here, so I can feel like a little bit of flex in the handle. I'm not sure. That blade's kind of flexing. Can you see that? But it's holding together. Let's try to go lengthwise here. So I got that thing gonna get buried right there in a 2x. Something like that. Okay, let's try to bang on the end here a little bit. I'm gonna treat it just like I would treat my Mora. It doesn't like this test, that's for sure. I twisted it and it popped that piece right off. Pretty good. Not bad. Okay, let's try that again. Let's do that test again. We'll go right in the center of it. I'm trying to put this thing through a pretty tough test. There we go. Went right through. It doesn't, I don't see any damage or anything on the blade. If you look at the blade and stuff, there's nothing damaged on the blade or anything like that. The tip is just tiny bit bent going that way, but the blade itself looks like it's holding up okay. Let's do a little bit more. There's some people out there that are dead against batoning, but I personally like to baton, because then I don't have to carry a hatchet as often. So that's pretty good. I mean, it did pretty good work with all this little bits of wood. Of course, this wood was all dry and it had been sitting around the house. So I have a little piece of fat wood right here, and I'm going to try to see if I can make some shavings. It looks like the spine is doing really good at making shavings. You can see some little fat wood shavings coming up. It's actually working pretty well, getting those shavings, so I'm pretty confident that it'll throw a spark. So let's get this all together here, all this little bit of fat wood shavings. a nice little pile there. Let's go get just a little bit more. Okay, it looks like we have a nice pile. Now let's see if that blade, will it throw a spark? This is a brand new ferro rod, so yep, looks like we got a spark there. Looks like we have some ignition. You could definitely make a fire with this knife. The sparks off the spine were really good. Look at, it throws good sparks. So the spine of the knife is really good. Well, I kind of like this knife for as cheap as it is. You know, it's a very budget kind of knife. I'm trying to look for some shavings here before this little fire here goes out. But I was able to baton some wood down, and I was able to put some fat wood shavings down and use my ferro rod to make a fire. I think I'm going to test this thing a little more, and I'll definitely stay in touch with you guys and let you know what I find, and if it fails or breaks or anything like that, I'll definitely let you know. But so far, you know, I'm happy. For under $3, and you have kind of a Mora knockoff that was able to make sparks, able to baton some wood down and make a fire. You know, maybe if you got your kid and you want to get them their first knife and you don't want to break the bank, you know, teach them about knife safety and stuff, I think this could be a good option. I'm going to go beat it up a little bit more though and see what it's really made of. This is plastic, but it feels pretty good. I mean, it feels, I'm surprised that they're delivering this product for under $3. Now, it could be that they're running that price point just to get it out there, and then the price might change, but who knows? Obviously, it's a product that's made in China, but no complaints so far. I'm pleasantly surprised as of what you can see right here in this video. So folks, I want to say thank you for joining me today on this video of this knockoff Mora type knife that I found at Walmart for under $3. Hope you got some good useful information out of this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below, like this video, share this video, and as always, thanks for stopping by folks. I hope you have a beautiful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.